Hello students, in last class we have studied about convection and conduction. Now in this chapter, in this class, I will take the new topic, examples of convection. In convection, heat is transferred from one place to other place by the actual motion of the particles of medium. The particles of medium absorb heat at the hot place and they themselves move to transfer heat to the cold place. Example, in a hot air blower, air is heated by a heating element and the heated air is blown by a fan. The air carries the heat wherever it goes. Thus, we can define convection as convection is a process of transfer of heat by the actual movement of medium particles. A medium is required for the transfer of heat by convection. In vacuum, heat cannot be transferred by convection. The liquids and gases are the bad conductor of heat. They are heated mainly by the process of convection. In a solid, the atoms cannot move, leaving their position. So solid are not heated. In a solid, the atoms cannot move, leaving their positions. So solid are not heated by convection. By the process of convection, the transfer of heat is always vertically upwards. The reason is that the medium particles near the source of heat absorb heat from the source and they start moving faster. As a result, the medium near the heat source expands and thus become less dense. So it rises up and the medium from the surroundings and above being denser moves to take its place. Thus a current is set up in the medium which is called the convection current. The convection current continues till the entire medium acquires the same temperature. So what we have noticed, first, medium is required. It is necessary. In vacuum, through convection heat cannot be transferred. And what is the second point? Mainly heat is transferred through this process mainly in liquid and gases. Now, some consequences of convection. Some important consequences of convections are, first is land and sea breeze. In the coastal regions during summer it is noticed that a breeze generally blows from land towards the sea during the night, which is called the land breeze, and from the sea towards the land during the day, which is called the sea breeze. These breezes are actually the local convection currents which make the climate moderate near the seashore. First is land breeze. The cold air blowing from land towards sea during night is called the land breeze. Land being a good absorber is also a good emitter. Therefore, after the sunset, land starts losing heat by radiation more rapidly than the water of sea. Thus, by night time, land is comparatively cooler than the water of sea. Therefore, the air above the sea being warmer expands, rises up, and convection currents of cool air flow from land towards the sea. This forms the land breeze, and it can also be explained through a figure as So, as shown in figure, after the sunset, land starts losing heat by radiation more rapidly than the water of sea. Thus, by night time, land is comparatively cooler than the water of sea. Therefore, the air above the sea being warmer expands, rises up, and convection current of cool air flows from land towards the sea, like in this direction. These breezes are known as land breeze, which occur during the night. Now next, sea breeze. So as shown in figure, the cold air blowing from the sea towards the land during the day is called the sea breeze. After the sunrise during the daytime, although the land and sea receive heat at the same rate, but the land become more heated than the sea because land has a greater absorbing power and lower specific heat capacity. What is specific heat capacity? Specific heat capacity is the amount of heat energy required to increase the temperature of unit mass by 1 degree centigrade. So, by the afternoon time, seawater is comparatively cooler than the land. Therefore, air above the land being more heated expands, rises up, and cool air from above the sea surface blows towards the land to take its place. This sets up the convection currents from sea to land, and they are known as sea breeze. Next is ocean currents. The hot and cold region on the earth's surface give rise to the large convection currents in the sea, which are called the ocean currents. According to their place of origin, some of these currents are of warm water and others are of cold water. The warm water currents travel along the sea surface and the cold water currents travel below the sea surface. Third, winds in atmosphere. A wind is a convection current in the atmosphere which is caused due to two reasons. First, the unequal amount of solar energy received at different latitudes, and second, the rotation of Earth. Now, some practical uses of convection. First is ventilation. The fresh air is essential for good health, and so there must be some arrangement for ventilation in a room, by which hot and pure air of the room is replaced by cool fresh air. There are ventilators in a room near the ceiling. The air which we breathe out becomes lighter and rises up in the room and goes out through the ventilator. The cool fresh air from outside enters the room through the doors and windows to take its place, and thus a convection current is set up. In kitchen also there are ventilators near the ceiling so that the fumes and lighter gases like carbon monoxide, which are produced by burning of coal or gas, pass out through the ventilator and fresh air enters in the kitchen through the windows. Next is chimneys in factory. In factories, long chimneys are made over the furnace to remove the undesired fumes, smoke, etc. present near the chimneys. The reason is that the hot, harmful gases coming out from the are less dense than the air. So the hot gases rise up through the chimney, the smoke, etc. around the furnace rush in the chimney to take their place and they are sucked out. Thus chimneys help us to remove the undesired smoke from the factories. Next, the cooling chest in a refrigerator. The freezing or cooling chest is always fitted near the top in refrigerator because it cools the remaining space of refrigerator by convection currents. The air near the top in contact with the freezing chest gets cooled, it becomes denser and therefore descends down, and the hot air from the lower part rises up, thus giving rise to convection currents which gradually cool an entire space of refrigerator under the cooling chest. Next, installation of room heater. A room heater is installed in a room near the floor so that the warm air near the heater rises up and cold air from above comes down to take its space, and thus convection currents are set up in air which warm up the entire air of the room. So student, in next class we will discuss about the third method of heat transfer, which is radiation. Thank you.